So you're a person, business, or a nonprofit with an idea, and you need funding to get that idea off the ground. If you're having difficulty securing financing from a traditional lender, CDFI Friendly Bloomington can help by connecting you with community development financial institutions, or CDFIs, who are actively looking for projects like yours to finance. But perhaps the concept of a CDFI or CDFI friendly organization is new to you, so let us explain more about how our process works. You and your business or nonprofit will be referred to as the potential borrower throughout this process. So let's go ahead and start our potential borrower off at the top of the process map. The first step is to fill out our intake application. This simple questionnaire helps us understand who you are, what your project goals are, and how much funding you need. This step shouldn't take you long to complete, and we will not be asking for any detailed personal or financial information at this time. You can fill out this form on our website on the Submit Your Project page. Once we have received your intake application, the next step is an initial meeting with us to discuss the project and get to know more about you. Now, the process from here will look a little different depending on the size of the loan you need. Our typical point for differentiating between a small loan and a large loan is $25,000, but we do consider the specific needs of each project on a case-by-case basis before routing them down one of these two tracks. The next steps will outline the process that most potential borrowers will go through. The small loan process is pretty straightforward, so let's begin there. Because the applications for small loans tend to be simpler, we'll go ahead and directly connect you with lenders who specialize in small loans. Next, you will need to submit a full application to the CDFI. They will typically be able to offer you coaching and technical assistance, and you'll be working with them from this point forward primarily. But we are always here if you need additional support. You will then learn from them whether the application has been accepted or rejected, and they will provide you with a subsequent loan offer. At this point, the CDFI will take over the relationship as the servicer of the loan, and CDFI Friendly Bloomington will no longer be involved. Now, when it comes to the larger loans, we expect two common scenarios. One scenario is that you're a fully prepared applicant. This implies that you've already prepared a detailed project description, a statement of your current financial position, financial projections, as well as business plans and renderings for buildings if these apply to your project. If you don't have these things yet, don't worry. We understand that some of you may have viable project ideas, but are still in the planning phase or need help becoming fully prepared. We can help you by providing project review, minor technical assistance, and worksheets to help you prep financial documents and business plans. We can also connect you to external resources if you need assistance with architectural renderings, business planning services, financial planning services, or other necessary resources for your project. So for those of you who come into our pipeline fully prepared, we'll go ahead and promote your project to appropriate CDFIs and facilitate introductory meetings between you and any lenders that take interest in financing your opportunity. For those of you who are still in the planning phase, we will provide you with the necessary assistance previously mentioned to get your project funding ready. Once your project is sufficiently prepared, we will begin connecting you to our network of CDFIs while it comes together. Once a partner CDFI has been identified, we will help you submit the necessary documents for a full application to that lender. The exact details and requirements of the application may vary depending on the CDFI, but they're typically pretty similar to one another. At this time, we will also be determining if CFB Capital will contribute funding to your project in addition to a CDFI. While CDFI Friendly Bloomington is not a CDFI itself, CFB Capital is an internal fund that may provide some supplemental funding in the case that a single CDFI is unable to fully fund your project, if funding from a particular CDFI is contingent on CFB Capital also providing funding, or if it will just help make your opportunity more attractive to CDFIs. If CFB Capital is not going to be providing supplemental funding, then your full application goes directly to the CDFI and you'll receive a rejection or loan offer from them and go through their underwriting process. If CFB Capital is going to be providing supplemental funding, the project will be presented to our investment committee for approval before being looped back to the CDFI for a final determination of the loan offer. As with the small loan, the CDFI will take over as the loan servicer from this point out. So hopefully you now have a clearer idea of how our process works and how we can help more great projects in South Central Indiana get connected to quality lenders. To submit your project and get started, visit cdfifriendlybtown.org today.